Yo guys, we're back with another video, and this one's about Gilberto Ramirez Zurdo versus David Benavidez. He's coming up to Cruiserweight and he's fighting the champion of that division in a all-Latino clash. These two are great fighters and I think they'll put on a great fight this weekend. And to be honest with you, it's my favorite fight of the weekend. Yeah, man. Let's get ready. Before we carry on with this video, guys, make sure you like and subscribe and comment in the comment section below who you think is going to be the victor in this barnstormer of a fight. Let's get into it. All right, guys, we got the records here, guys. It's 49 fights for Gilberto Ramirez, 48 wins, 1 loss. And for David Benavidez, we got 31 fights, 31 wins, and no losses. He's undefeated still, and he's a monster. Gilberto Ramirez, tough as nails, and he's got great quality, and he is heavy-fisted in my opinion. So I'm going to break these two down, starting with David Benavidez. I think his factors, his good points are his speed and his killer instinct. I feel like he can really put it on when he needs to and finish a man in devastating fashion. We've seen him do it countless times, and in his recent fight, he absolutely dismantled Anthony Yarde and took him out when he needed to, and that was a brutal fight. If you see Anthony Yarde at the end of that fight, it was brutal, man. It was brutal. No one's made Anthony Yarde look that, like, mash up in a fight, and that's saying something. And David Benavidez was going up in that fight as well. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. Gilberto Ramirez, I think there is some factors for him. He's heavy-fisted and a great body puncher. He's been taking people out with body shots throughout his career, and he really does land some mean body shots. He's also very tough, and he's very active, in my opinion. He doesn't throw very fast, but he does lay it on you throughout the whole fight, and I feel like that's what got him through the fight against Dorticus and also his last fight against Willem Smith. Unrelenting, and he just grinded them two out, and he won on points through both of them, and I think for both of them he was the clear victor. He stopped Willem Smith on a cut, I think it was, and with Dorticus, he was just a cleaner guy. I think he landed the more eye-catching shots and really making Dorticus' head like go back. And also, to be fair to Dorticus, he did get points deduction in one of the rounds. I think it was the last round where he was brought up for his low blows, and he was kind of hitting low throughout that fight anyway, so it was kind of coming. But yeah, man, to me that looked like frustration because he couldn't get Ramirez out of there, and Ramirez was always staying in the pocket and always catching him right after he finished his punches. So I think there is some good quality there from Ramirez, but for me, with David Benavidez's killer instinct and speed, I genuinely think that's more than enough to beat Gilberto Ramirez. Now, I'm not sure if it would be a KO for David Benavidez, but I can see him stopping Ramirez late in this fight. That is my prediction. I think it will be a late stoppage. We're talking maybe rounds 9, 10, really late on in the fight, where I think maybe he's been breaking down Ramirez with that speed. And Ramirez, he's a tough cookie, so he won't go down, but he will start to slow down, and you'll start to see those combinations, those devastating flurry of punches really wear Ramirez down to the point that, by those late rounds, he's just easy pickings. And to be fair to Ramirez, I could see him getting stopped on his feet, and the ref just coming in and stopping it for his own good before he takes too much damage. But I think David Benavidez will be unrelenting, and with that speed, I just think he will outgun Ramirez and really mash Ramirez up, in my opinion. I don't know. I can't see it any other way, because, man, what David Benavidez did in the Anthony Yarde fight was really an eye-opener, because he was obviously coming from light heavyweight, I mean, not even light heavyweight. He was coming from even lower than light heavyweight, and then he went up to light heavyweight, and people were going, "Ooh, would that be too much for him? Would his power go?" But he came out looking like a beast in that fight. Like the power that he was showing, the combinations, everything, nothing dropped. His speed stayed, and his sharpness was still there, and he didn't look sluggish coming up a weight, and his power seemed to look like it was still there. And to be fair to Anthony Yard, you could say, oh, well, maybe he didn't knock out Anthony Yard. But Anthony Yard, he's a tough guy, and he does like come to have a war, and he does not give up. And he wasn't going to give up in that fight. But you could see, man, Benavidez was just too fast, too strong, and, mashing up Anthony Yard. He would have eventually probably knocked him out if it wasn't for the referee stopping him. He looked like he was actually already like out of it by the time the ref came in to stop it. Like there was a punch, like it was a couple of punches early that the referee stopped it before he would have probably got knocked out, because he looked like he was already out of his feet by the end of that fight. And for me, that is an eye opener to Benavidez. I think him going up to cruiserweight isn't going to be too much of a factor. I think he's shown that going up a weight isn't going to do much for him, and he will be comfortable because he was a massive guy at those lower weights, and I think this will probably be comfortable for him. This is probably more like his natural weight. Fighters, they do cut down to go into like their fighting weights. A lot of people will be like, going down 2 levels usually. So I think this is probably his walk around weight, his natural weight. So I think it wouldn't be too much of a difference for him. And I think he will probably feel stronger, and he'll probably feel more energy and more comfortable at this weight. So I don't see him really having any issues fighting Ramirez in cruiserweight. And I think he would be able to do well with this weight. There won't be any hampering, in my opinion. But we don't know, because this is his first time in cruiserweight, and I could be chatting out of my ass. I could be wrong. But from what I've seen so far, everything is telling me that David Benavidez is going to take this comfortably. But I have to give Gilberto Ramirez his flowers, and he is a tough lad. So maybe, you never know, he might start off getting overwhelmed, but he might, halfway through the fight, get comfortable, understand what Benavidez is throwing, and maybe he can come back. He is pretty accurate, and he's not that technically lacking. He's actually a really decent boxer, and he's got really good punches, and he can tuck up real well. And I've seen him in some fights when he's in the pocket, he's been able to really move. But the glaring factor for me, and the reason why I'm confident in Benavidez winning, is because of that loss that Ramirez had. And it was against Bivol, someone who was technically superior and someone who was significantly faster. Now, I'm not saying Benavidez has as quick a foot as Bivol, but he definitely probably has quicker feet than Ramirez to go in and out, and he 100% has quicker hand speed. And yeah, we've already seen him get beat by someone who's quicker than him and who's technically better. So I just think this might be the same thing. But for me, I think Bivol is more of a safety first kind of guy. So he wouldn't really go completely in to try and take you out, just in case there's any risk of something coming back to him. So he's more of a safety first guy, even though he can still stop you. Don't get it wrong, but he's more of a safety guy. Whereas I can see David Benavidez really going in for the kill and being much more brutal. So it'll be a similar fight, in my opinion, to that Bivol fight, where Benavidez will get the points and will outscore him and just outbeat him in pretty much everything. And I see Ramirez looking lost in this fight. But the difference would be that Benavidez will be on top of him and really giving the beat down to him. So let's see what happens. But that's my opinion, guys, and that's my breakdown. Leave a like and comment in the comment section below what you thought of my breakdown. And do you have anything to argue against what I've said? Do you think this might be a step too far going up to cruiserweight for Benavidez? Or maybe you think that Ramirez has something that I'm clearly not seeing that he can throw in Benavidez's way and get the win? Let me know, guys. But I'm pretty confident in a Benavidez win and a great display from him. It's going to be, in my opinion, a demolition show. Let me know, guys. I will be making a reaction video once this fight is done. And yeah, I'll be seeing you in the next video, guys. Peace.